go ahead and continue our media availabilities for today. We're now joined by Chase Elliott, driver of the number 9 Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. Chase will sit on the pole for tomorrow's race here in Dover. Chase, what does starting in the front row mean for you and the team?
It's definitely a different pole than normal. Saturday has definitely not been a strong suit, so we had to blaze a little different trail to get a pole. But definitely at the end of the day, a testament of hard work throughout the year and a good stretch of races, right? And that earns you the metric that puts you in a position if it were to rain, right? So it's a little different vibe, but we'll take it and try to take advantage of that first pit stall tomorrow. It's always a big deal. Not something we have a whole bunch, so would like to get in the habit of getting that some more often, and hopefully have a good day.
All right, we'll take some questions. If you have one, please raise your hand and we will get a mic over to you. We'll start over here to the right with Dustin.
Dustin Albino, J-Ski. Chase, obviously a new tire for this weekend, so what's the feeling of not having any laps on that tire before the green flag?
At the moment, I don't really have. I don't really know because I haven't spent any time on it. I think all we can really do at this point is just try and dissect any similarities that the tire this weekend might have to a change that we've maybe already seen throughout the year, and really just kind of make your best guess off of the information that you have in front of you with that. So I feel like that stuff is always a little bit of an educated guess when you're coming to these places for the first time. So hopefully we hit that right and can have a good day and get going. I mean, I'm sure the track being fresh like it is right now, Xfinity guys fixing to go run. So I'm not sure if we're expecting any more rain overnight, or not, but hopefully there'll be some rubber down before we start tomorrow. I think that would certainly help, concerns, as the race gets going, but we'll see. Last year we were recording tires, within just a handful of laps in practice. So could be an interesting day. We'll find out.
Welcome over here to Trenton.
Chase, Trent Morris from FrontStretch.com. Do you, similar question to that, do you feel sort of like maybe like the guinea pig being on the pole center with no practice and qualifying with this? Not to the extreme of the Bristol fiasco where everybody was losing tires so quickly, but do you feel like you're sort of like the lab rat, leading the field to green with this? And how does the debriefing conversations take place when you're on the pole like this?
Oh, well, we didn't get on track, so I don't really know that we have anything to debrief, honestly, unless we want to talk about our travel getting up here. But outside that, I don't really think we had a whole bunch going on. So, I don't really know other than, like I just was talking about, maybe thinking back to some other races that we've had a similar tire and try and take an educated guess on something that we've already seen or hope pieces of the puzzle are looking at us somewhere that we can try and pick apart. But outside that, I think I do feel like it is a little bit of a risk, kind of being out front and if you are able to get through 1 and 2 well and get clear when you have clean air like that, you're kind of in the best position to make the most lap time, right? So and a lot of times when you're running fast on a green track on a fresh tire, that typically can lead to issues. So we'll just have to see see what this race is like today and how much rubber is left over before we start tomorrow. Kind of eyeball that before we start the race and find a silver lining in there somewhere. I'll be hopefully be the first one back around to the rubber, when everybody gets done running through it one time. So we'll look at it that way.
Are there any other questions? We'll go right here in the middle and then all the way in the back.
Tim Moore Motorsports today. Chase, here at Dover, you've had 14 starts and 10 of those you've had top fives. What is it about this place that you like so much, and what is it about this track that you just tend to find that pace of consistency from start to finish in races?
Yeah, I don't, it's been a popular question throughout the day. I honestly don't know why the track has suited me, throughout my career. kind of right from the rip, I enjoyed coming up here, running a truck race there early on in my career, and a few Xfinity races when we raced up here twice a year at that point, at that time. So, all those races were just enjoyable. The track is challenging. It's one of those places that can certainly reach out and get you if you don't watch it. So, I've always just tried to respect this place, as best as I know how, and hope that it shows me some respect back. And that's kind of always been my approach.
And just to follow up real quick, I'm not sure if you're aware, but 24 straight races here, the pole sitter hasn't gone on to one. So I'm just wondering, does that give you any extra motivations?
Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
I really appreciate that. No, I guess just hope it's not 25. That's about all I can do right now. So we'll try to break the streak.
We'll go all the way in the back to the right.
Matthew Backley, Race Trace Digital. So, Chase, we obviously haven't put rubber down here since spring of last year, and with the rain and stuff now, are you worried that these conditions are gonna, make the track a lot different from what you're used to and kind of shake out your groove?
I mean, it's certainly a concern. I think as you start the race and when you just have unknowns with a tire, I think kind of to expand on some of the earlier questions, yes, I think that there's definitely an element of concern, and just the fact that you don't have those answers, right? And I think as a race team, you always want to try to have all the answers you can get, in front of you before you start the race. And unfortunately, this is just a circumstance where we're just simply not going to have that before tomorrow. So it'll be a little bit of a trial and error, run throughout the race, and hopefully the error is not too large that we can't overcome if there is one. Be smart, take advantage of that first pit stall, and try to go to work and put together a full race.
Are there any final questions? All right, Chase. Thanks
Cool.
for your time. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks. Appreciate it.